case briefs, and so much more. LSData's got what you're looking for.
The Supreme Court of the United States was faced with a compelling case in 1965, United States v. Midland-Ross Corp. The case revolved around the tax treatment of original issue discount on non-interest-bearing promissory notes. The central query: should original issue discounts be classified as ordinary income or capital gains for tax purposes? This issue had been stirring the pot of fiscal jurisprudence for some time, its resolution carrying widespread implications for taxpayers and the tax code alike. The events leading up to the lawsuit were rooted in a transaction involving non-interest-bearing promissory notes. The taxpayer had purchased these notes at prices far below their face value. After holding the notes for more than 6 months, they were sold at a higher price than what was originally paid, but still lower than the face value. The taxpayer treated the resulting profit as capital gains on their tax return, arguing this gain served as interest for their temporary use of the funds. The taxpayer's argument, however, was dismissed by the Commissioner of Internal Revenue. In response, the taxpayer paid off the tax deficiencies, only to spur a lawsuit seeking a refund. In the initial rulings by the District Court for the Northern District of Ohio and the Court of Appeals for the Sixth Circuit, the taxpayer emerged victoriously. But with contradictory rulings from other courts of appeals looming in the background, the Supreme Court stepped in to say the final word. Much to the taxpayers' dismay, the Supreme Court disagreed with their stance, overturning the lower court's decision. According to the Supreme Court, the term capital asset, as per the Internal Revenue Code, implies property held by the taxpayer. Attention was brought to Congress's intention of providing capital gains treatment exclusively in situations that involve long-term appreciation in value. Citing Commissioner V. Gillette Motor Company, the court elaborated that the purpose of this classification was to alleviate taxpayers from the burden of having the entire gain taxed in a single year. Therefore, the court concluded, original issue discounts could not be treated as capital gains under the 1939 tax law. They were deemed as accrued bond interest, taxable to the seller of the bonds. Thus, the court maintained that a section of the proceeds ought to be handled as ordinary income, with full payment to be made at maturity. Despite the complexities of the fiscal landscape, the court's ruling aimed at ensuring taxation aligned with the true nature of income.
Case briefs, and so much more. LSData's got what you're looking for. Visit lsd.law, elevate your mind, leave the stress of class.